As you may be aware, there is an intranet redevelopment project underway. The Parliament's current intranet has been in place since 2004, and it requires significant redevelopment. Based on audit reports, surveys and workshops, a report with recommendations has been made by external consultants and an information architecture proposed. The information architecture was quite a change from our current architecture. Some members of the project team felt that the proposed architecture did not focus enough on core elements of Parliament's business, such as members and parliamentary procedure. As a result, we have two architecture options to put forward. We would like your feedback to help us decide which model best supports all our online users to effectively undertake their parliamentary duties. The general mandate adopted for the project was to deliver an intranet that will bring people and information together across the organisation. Priority areas for change were identified as being updating, simplifying and providing ongoing quality assurance over policies and forms, minimising content duplication across the website and intranet with the aim of simplifying the intranet and encouraging public-facing content to be accessed by everyone from the same source, Parliament's website. Ensuring that all content on the intranet is kept current and valid. Promoting current and timely internal news about Parliament, its operations and systems. And providing a more engaging, user-friendly look and feel. An information architecture defines where information will ultimately live on the intranet. You should keep in mind that although this is where the information will ultimately reside, it can also be linked to from any page or section of the site. For instance, although the SAP portal could live under a databases and systems section, it could also be linked to from other content pages, such as an HR page or a department page. The look and feel of the intranet will also be determined by the design of each page or section. Design features will be one way in which important and new information can be highlighted for users of the intranet. The first architecture model has been produced by external consultants based on their knowledge of intranet best practice and input from a broad range of internal users. The philosophy of this architecture is that it provides access to information and tools based on what a user is trying to do, rather than the part of the organisation with responsibility for the information. Strictly speaking, the homepage is not part of the information architecture, but it would be used to show or link directly to a cross-section of information both from within the site and beyond, which is considered important and common to all users. This would include internal news and alerts, sitting day information, sitting days, finding a policy, finding a form, quick links to publications, forms, databases and systems, and Hansard, bills, committees and the external website. The About You section includes information relevant to each user as an individual Member of Parliament or Member of Staff. This section would include sections for Legislative Council members, Legislative Assembly members, Legislative Council member staff, Electorate Office staff, Legislative Council departmental staff, Legislative Assembly departmental staff, and Parliamentary Services staff. This section would contain not only employment-related information, but also any information relevant to that group of individuals. For example, links could be provided to targeted information concerning information technology and facilities support, or frequent use policies and forms. This section would also contain targeted information relevant to individuals based on their stage of employment or membership cycle. For example, sections for new starters, current members and staff, and exiting members and staff. The About Us section includes information about how the administration of Parliament works and what is happening currently within Parliament. This would include information about news and events, sitting days, departments, and electorates. The Resources section includes all the information required to do your job without having to know the organisation. The content in this section would be grouped by key resource and content types, regardless of the department producing it. Groupings would include publications, forms and requests, databases and systems, library, projects and programs, education and training, dining and functions, technology, and security and incidents. The phone directory is one of the most widely used sections of the Intranet, so it keeps a high profile. The second information architecture model has been created with insider knowledge. This architecture looks to draw on the wealth of internal knowledge on how we work within the Parliament. The homepage would show or link to the calendar, the SAP portal, library, news and events, sitting day information, including links to the website for House papers, and electorate office information. The Members section would cover all information for Members of Parliament, such as policies and forms on ethics, Members FAQ, entitlements information, and the Services Directory. All individuals other than members would use the Staff Employment section to manage their employment at Parliament. This section would include the SAP portal, employment policies, education and training, vacancies, the PSA workplace and group. This section, Our Departments, includes information about how the departmental side of the parliamentary organisation works and what is happening currently within Parliament. This section would include Parliament projects and programs, news and events, Department of Parliamentary Services, Legislative Council, Legislative Assembly, and the Parliamentary Budget Office. The Services section would include information, help sheets, and request forms for key services offered by parliamentary services, including catering, facilities, information services, finance, OH&S. The House Procedure section would include information and resources useful to procedure staff on a sitting day, including databases. This section would include bills, procedure for both LA and LC, and sitting day information. This section includes or links to all policies, databases, and forms. The phone directory is one of the widely used sections of the Intranet, so it retains a high profile. Thank you for spending the time to review the two options for the Intranet architecture. The following section contains questions that will help us evaluate your preferred model that best supports you to effectively and efficiently undertake your parliamentary duties.